National Football Stadium. A national football stadium is the main venue used by a country to host World Cup matches, often representing its football identity on the global stage. These stadiums are usually built or upgraded to meet strict international standards, especially when a country is selected to host the tournament. Their origins often go back decades, but major renovations are common before a World Cup to increase capacity and improve safety. What makes them different is their symbolic importance, since they often host opening matches, key group games, or even the final. Beyond football, they also serve as national landmarks where major sporting and cultural events take place, making them central to the country's sports history. Purpose-built World Cup Stadium. A purpose-built World Cup stadium is a venue constructed specifically for the tournament rather than being adapted from an existing structure. These stadiums are designed years in advance as part of a host nation's preparation plan. Their architecture often focuses on modern design, high seating capacity, and advanced facilities for media, security, and fans. Historically, many countries have used World Cup hosting as an opportunity to showcase technological and architectural progress through these stadiums. After the tournament ends, some of these stadiums are repurposed for domestic leagues, while others face reduced use. Their importance lies in how they reflect the scale and ambition of the host nation's World Cup project. Historic Legacy Stadium. A historic legacy stadium is a venue that already existed long before the World Cup and is chosen because of its cultural and sporting significance. These stadiums often carry decades of football history, including domestic league finals, international matches, and iconic moments. When selected for World Cup use, they are usually renovated rather than rebuilt, preserving their traditional identity while upgrading safety and seating standards. What makes them stand out is the emotional connection fans have with them, as they represent the history of football in that country. During the World Cup, these stadiums bring a sense of tradition into a modern global tournament. High-capacity mega stadium. A high-capacity mega stadium is designed to host extremely large crowds, often exceeding 80,000 or even 100,000 spectators. These stadiums are typically used for opening matches or finals where global attention is at its peak. Their design focuses heavily on visibility, crowd flow, and broadcast angles to accommodate worldwide audiences. Historically, only a few stadiums in each tournament reached this category because of the cost and space required to build them. Their significance comes from the atmosphere they create, where the scale of the crowd becomes part of the match itself. These stadiums often become the most recognizable images of a World Cup. Multipurpose Stadium. A multi-purpose stadium is a venue designed to host different types of events beyond football, including athletics, concerts, and other sports. In World Cup settings, these stadiums are often adapted by temporarily modifying seating layouts or pitch configurations to prioritize football visibility. Many of them were originally built for Olympic Games or national sports programs before being selected for World Cup use. Their flexibility makes them practical for countries that want long-term usage after the tournament. However, their design sometimes requires compromises in viewing angles compared to football-specific stadiums. Despite that, they remain important because they help reduce the risk of building unused, white elephant venues after the tournament. Football-specific modern stadium. A football-specific modern stadium is designed exclusively for football, with seating positioned close to the pitch to maximize viewing experience. Unlike multi-purpose venues, every architectural decision is focused on the game itself. These stadiums often feature steep stands, advanced lighting systems, and optimized acoustics that amplify crowd noise. Many recent World Cup tournaments have favored this style because it improves atmosphere and broadcast quality. Historically, this shift reflects football's growing commercial and global importance. These stadiums matter because they create a more intense connection between fans and players, making matches feel faster and more immersive. Altitude or climate-adapted stadium. An altitude or climate-adapted stadium is built or selected based on unique environmental conditions such as high elevation, extreme heat, humidity, or coastal winds. In World Cup history, some stadiums have been located at higher altitudes where oxygen levels are lower, affecting player endurance and match pace. Others are designed with retractable roofs, cooling systems, or airflow architecture to manage heat. These environmental factors become part of the game itself, influencing strategy and performance. What makes these stadiums important is how they force teams to adapt quickly to conditions that are very different from their usual playing environments. Urban City Center Stadium. An urban city center stadium is located within a major metropolitan area, often surrounded by transportation networks, hotels, and commercial districts. These stadiums are chosen for their accessibility and ability to handle large flows of international visitors. Historically, many World Cup hosts prefer city-based stadiums because they integrate the tournament into everyday urban life. Fans can easily travel between matches, attractions, and accommodations without long distances. However, building or upgrading stadiums in dense cities can be expensive and logistically complex. Their importance lies in how they turn entire cities into active parts of the World Cup experience. Suburban or outskirt stadium. A suburban or outskirt stadium is located outside the main city areas, often in newly developed zones or smaller surrounding towns. These stadiums are sometimes built to reduce congestion in urban centers or to promote regional development. Transportation planning becomes especially important for these venues, as large numbers of fans need access on match days. Historically, many host countries have used World Cup infrastructure to expand development into less populated regions. While they may lack the immediate visibility of city stadiums, they often provide modern facilities and larger available land for construction. Their role is to distribute tournament activity more evenly across the host country. Renovated Classic Stadium. A renovated Classic Stadium is an older venue that has been significantly updated for World Cup use while keeping its original structure and identity. These renovations often include new seating, improved safety systems, upgraded lighting, and expanded media facilities. The goal is to combine tradition with modern standards. Many of these stadiums have hosted legendary matches long before being selected for World Cup tournaments, giving them historical depth. What makes them unique is the balance between old architecture and modern engineering. Fans often appreciate them because they preserve the atmosphere of earlier football eras while still meeting global expectations. Temporary Tournament Stadium. A temporary tournament stadium is a short-term venue built specifically for World Cup matches and later dismantled or significantly reduced in size. These stadiums are less common but sometimes used in special cases where long-term infrastructure is not needed. Their design focuses on efficiency, cost control, and rapid construction. Historically, they reflect attempts to reduce post-tournament maintenance costs and avoid unused stadiums. However, they require careful planning to ensure safety and fan experience are not compromised. Their importance lies in flexibility, allowing host countries to adapt infrastructure without long-term commitments. Iconic Final Match Stadium. An iconic final match stadium is the venue selected to host the World Cup final, often the most prestigious location in the entire tournament. These stadiums are usually the largest, most advanced, or most historically significant in the host country. They are chosen years in advance and often become symbols of the entire event. The final match transforms the stadium into a global focal point, watched by billions of viewers worldwide. What makes this stadium different is not only its design but the legacy it creates, as every World Cup winner is permanently linked to that location.